What's good, Ravens fans? Today we're going to react to Nick talk about Lamar Jackson getting paid. He's worried. Let's see what he has to say. Let's do it.
Despite a win against Carolina on Sunday, Lamar Jackson has cooled off considerably after a hot start to the season. At the end of September, you said that the Ravens made a mistake by not giving him that extension. Now it looks like or paying him the contract.
Yeah.
Now it's looking like they may have been right. Was Lamar's huge bet on himself misguided?
No, I don't think so. And it's not because Lamar's playing out of this world. It's because we all of a sudden, let's list the quarterbacks that we know are good. Okay? Quarterbacks.
All right, so before they get started, I'm interested in hearing this take here. In my personal opinion, I just want to let you guys know, I do not think Lamar has backfired, only because this is about supply and demand. And the truth is, Lamar is still, at the very least, a top 7 quarterback in the league. So, and if you can't find another one of those, then you got to pay him. Simple as that.
That we know are good in no particular order. I'll just go through the standings, okay? I'll just go through division by division. AFC East, Josh Allen, and I'll include Tua. I don't yet know Tua is good, but let's include him because he's playing so great.
I agree. You guys might call me a hater if you want. That's fine. I don't know Tua is good. I do know that Tua is having a good season, but I don't know if he's good. So I definitely wouldn't have him ranked above Lamar, because if Lamar had those weapons, it would be crazy.
Okay. We're at 2. In the AFC North, Joe Burrow. We'll include Deshaun Watson, even though he hasn't played football in 2 years. Okay? We're at 4.
Okay, again, let's include him, but let's understand that he hasn't played, like you said, in 2 years. And also, last time he did play, his team will have 4 wins. That does matter.
In the AFC South, Titans, Colts. I'd love to include Trevor. I can't yet. In my heart, he's included. Texans, no. AFC West, Mahomes, Herbert. Carr, not sure, and we know Russell Wilson isn't.
Right.
Okay? NFC East, Jalen, Dak.
Yeah.
Okay? Daniel Jones.
And all right, so he's going to include Jalen from Philadelphia. I forgot his last name. I'm sorry. Hurts. Jalen Hurts. And Dak Prescott. I love Jalen Hurts this season. We don't know if Jalen Hurts is a great quarterback. He's had one good season, and with a team that is stacked everywhere. They're the best team in the league, position by position. So let's get that straight first. That's the first thing. Dak Prescott, again, don't know if he's a great quarterback. I do know that he has a lot of talent, and I do know that he gets wins in the regular season. But I don't know if that's because of him, or because his defense is good, or if his offensive line is good. Again, I would love to see Lamar in a different world play behind that offensive line with Pollard and Zeke. Both of those, so if Pollard or Zeke were on the Ravens, they would be number 1 running backs. I'm sorry to let you guys know that. That's the truth. With CeeDee Lamb and Michael Gallup, if either 2 of those receivers were on the Ravens, they would be number 1, right? So let's get it straight. That's all I'm saying.
Heineke, obviously not. NFC North. Set Kirk Cousins over here. Okay?
I like Kirk Cousins.
Aaron Rodgers, don't know. Justin Fields, not enough yet. A dynamic, but not enough yet. NFC South. Nobody. I mean, there's Brady, but Brady is 45 years old. Like,
right.
He's not a sustainable
Right.
player. NFC West. Put Geno over there. Because Geno's, you know what I mean? Jimmy G, no. Kyler, put him over there. And then Stafford, who's in real trouble.
Right.
There are only 8 quarterbacks that we know are good, with some question marks around the others. So even if you have all of those 8, which I wouldn't, better than Lamar's going to get paid.
Somewhere.
You know what I mean? Nobody took a
and so
like,
this is, and
even
guys,
if you've been
sorry about that.
disappointed
Stop
with
streaming. My bad. I wanted to, and I'll go back. So if you want to catch what you just said, but This is what I'm saying, guys. At the very worst, Lamar is definitely top 10, right? And again, I wouldn't have all those quarterbacks over Lamar Jackson when you take into account a whole career, right, of play. When you take into account wins. The only people, when you take into account wins over a whole career, that I would definitely 100% have above Lamar, I'm taking in wins, talent, contribution to the organization, right? Contribution to the city. That does matter, guys. The ability to sell tickets, all that matters. The only, I think right now, it would be two for sure, right? Mahomes and Allen. That's the only two for sure. Now, you can talk to me about Justin Herbert. He's super talented, but his team doesn't win when he's the quarterback. That's just 100% the facts, right? When he's out there and he's healthy, his team doesn't have a winning record. So, you know, again, we can talk. Joe Burrow, you can talk to me about Joe Burrow only because his team made it to a Super Bowl, but I'm telling you guys, like I've told you guys, I know you guys disagree with me. If there are 3 receivers on the Cincinnati Bengals that will come to the Ravens and be number 1 receivers on our team, Joe Mixon would come and Gus Edwards would be on the bench. That's just what the truth is, guys. I'm sorry to tell you guys that. 100% that's the truth. So this is what I'm saying, you know. So again, I think Lamar is better than a lot of these. If I had to rank Lamar, it'd probably be 4 or 3. I have to just check. But, you know, in terms of getting a new contract. So
with how Lamar's played as of late, he is by any definition a top 10 quarterback.
Right.
So with Stafford going in the wrong direction, Rodgers going in the wrong direction, Kyler going in the wrong direction, Russell Wilson going in the wrong direction, Derek Carr going in the wrong direction, Jimmy G staying in the same direction, right? So Geno, Jalen, and Tua are the 3 guys who prior to this year we wouldn't have said are very good, who have now elevated themselves to good. But we've had a half dozen guys go in the other direction. And there are certain guys that I didn't even mention that we now know we can just write off. We can just write off Mac Jones. We can just write off Zach Wilson. They're done. Trevor's is a question mark for some. I like him, but we call him a question mark. We can write off.
So again, now he's going through a lot. And again, I don't disagree with him on this one. You know, we are so enamored as a football world of the quarterbacks that we love, that we want to hold on to these certain archetypes, right? If Lamar hits the open market, you telling me the Jets are going to stick by their guy? That's what you're telling me? If Lamar hits the open market, you're telling me that the Jaguars don't think about it? They don't say, dang, man, we can't sell tickets in Jacksonville, but Lamar can sell tickets. He's better than Trevor Lawrence, even though we just took a loss. Let's think about it. They might not do it, but let's think about it. That's all I'm saying. Again, my bad about that.
Russell Wilson. He's done. We can write off, I know people get mad at this, you can write off Daniel Jones. He finally had to throw the football yesterday, and you saw what happened. So some of these now, a guy who was starting to get written off, but is now moving in the right direction, Justin Fields.
Yeah.
But so when you have these young quarterbacks, so many of whom were like, oh, we don't know yet, and now they're out, and only one guy in Justin Fields like, oh, we didn't know, now he's in. So Lamar has helped himself, not by virtue of him being great, but him being fine.
Right, exactly.
And the rest of the league just going in the wrong direction. So I'll tell you right now, if you don't think, so there's 2 types of franchise tags, right? There's the exclusive franchise tag, which would be $45 million for Lamar next year and $55 million the year after, fully guaranteed each year, and then he'd be a true free agent. And then there's the non-exclusive franchise tag.
I keep on messing up. I'm sorry, guys. I'm messing up today. I'm tired. So this is a good point, and there's another good point that Nick raises. If you're going to have to pay Lamar $45 million, right? And Lamar, I know, like we like to think Lamar has this giant risk of injury. But Lamar is good at not getting hit, and I don't think he's going to get injured. So you're going to pay him 45, then you're going to pay him, right, because you're going to do it again, unless you get a contract done that he wants. Then you're going to pay him, 55, whatever. And then you're going to have to pay him a guaranteed or he walks away. So basically what you've done is, if you didn't want Lamar for that long term, you basically paid him 2 years and then have to give him a long-term deal on top of that. It just doesn't make sense from the Ravens' perspective. It makes more sense to pay him now or back then when they had the chance. Get in under these new contracts. Because again, guys, y'all think quarterbacks are just going to play. Oh yeah, but let's just take the money that they want, even though we know we're never going to see this number, right? Again, Michael Vick was the first quarterback that had two $100 million contracts. I bet you neither of them he made $100 million because of all the bonuses and incentives and things like that. So quarterbacks are about to be done with that. Russell Wilson did it because Russell Wilson, he knew he was cooked, okay?
Which would be cheaper, but a team can forfeit its next 2 first-round picks and sign the player away from you. You don't think the New York Jets, if the Ravens put the non-exclusive tag on Lamar, would give Lamar the best contract any player's ever gotten in NFL history? You don't think they'd offer him 6 years, $300 million fully guaranteed? $50 million a year for 6 years, fully guaranteed. I do.
Yeah, you could change up some situations.
Right. And so that's why the Ravens didn't play this well. Because the market for him, even without him playing at a super high level the last 6 weeks, the market for him has gone up, not gone down.